Hello, so this is week 6 of being raw vegan. I'm going to start with a new recipe I came up with. It's my breakfast cereal bowl. And it's the best breakfast I've had since being raw vegan, and it's just so yum. I'm going to put what I've put in that bowl at the bottom in the description, but you can put anything you want in it. You can have any type of milk, any type of fruit. So I'm also just going to hit on where I'm feeling, how I'm feeling at the moment, my attitude towards the whole thing. I have a cold. It's very annoying. Hasn't gone for about a week now. I guess I haven't been able to eat as much fruit as I've wanted because funds have been quite low, which isn't good. It's not a good thing. I don't recommend it. If I had a lot more money, I would just drown myself in fruit and vegetables. Like, that would be non-stop. It would be so much and amazing. But low funds. I've had to just stick to like bananas and the frozen mangoes and frozen berries that are in the freezer for smoothies, along with spinach to go in there to get the greens in. And yeah, I was feeling pretty bad yesterday. I'd been in the rain and cold all day, and I actually had a non-raw vegan meal. I had Heinz tomato soup, which was really nice, but afterwards you kind of burp and it just felt kind of bad. I was like, oh god, I've ruined everything. I also had these. They're not raw vegan at all, but they're vegetables and they're baked. Kind of okay. They're really good, especially these. They're like French fries. I just needed that crunch. I need that crunch in my life, and I'm missing it. I need to get dehydrated so I can make crunchy breads and snacks and things. Which leads me on to my next thing, money. Or have I already mentioned it? I don't know. I'm coming to the end of April soon, so hopefully the end of this month I can potentially invest in a dehydrator, which will allow me to make loads of different recipes and a weekly routine of what I want to buy each week, so I know what I can spend my money on. I know how much I have left for savings, because at the moment I'm just like going to the shop here and there and I'm just spending what I need for like a few days or more, like not even that, and it's kind of, I'm buying to top up. I keep topping up, and I need to really have a big batch of bananas, big batch of fruit to ripen gradually and kind of like shuffle it along so it's constantly there. Got some tahini paste. I tried making my own, but it was in the NutriBullet and it warmed it up too much and it just tasted really wrong. I think they need to be unhulled sesame seeds as well. So I got tahini paste. It's really nice to begin with. Made a really nice dressing with soy sauce and lemon juice and some water, just like equal parts pretty much, and just mixed it up. And then I found like the next day and the day after, it would make me feel, it would make me gag, like I didn't want to eat it. At times I was actually force feeding myself because I knew I was tired and didn't have enough food in me and things, and I needed to eat this to make me feel good, but I just felt so weak with it. It wasn't enjoyable. I didn't really have a choice. I didn't have any other type of sorry, I think this top's really tight. It's like squishing the air out my lungs. Out of breath from talking. Yeah, so that's quite a weird one. I think maybe, and like I got nori wraps. I got nori wraps to have my food in, wrapped up the food. It was weird tasting the sea. Like, I thought it was the fish. I was tasting fish and I was like, it's not the fish, it's what the fish tastes like because it's been in the sea. Same with the seaweed or the plant or that's in the sea, it's absorbing the sea's taste, and that's what I'm tasting, not fishy taste. Even after that, second time, third time round, it was making me feel a bit gross, and I'm not sure whether it was, I think it's genuinely just my body detoxing, that is getting used to flavours. I think maybe it's just my body, I don't know what it is, why I start to feel sick and repulsed against the food suddenly after the next day. I don't know, but I'm gonna have a nori wrap dinner tonight, I think, and see if it's any different. Maybe it's just whether I'm feeling ill or whatever, I don't know, but it's kind of annoying. Now I'm going to move on to my skin update, my skin situation. And so once I got a bit better after that ill spell where I was laying in bed for ages, my skin was really clear and it looked glowing, and I feel like I'm going through these stages where I get to a hurdle, or I'm going through this phase where there's illness, or there's wading through a swamp and it's really hard and tiresome, but then I get out of it and it's like, whoa, I can walk freely and I can breathe freely and it feels really good. And I think this is what keeps happening. I keep getting to these little hurdles, like now I've got the cold, and maybe after that's gone I won't have any colds for a long time. Maybe my skin will be better after this cold has passed as well. It's kind of getting through that downtime. I've also noticed the areas where I break out, the whiteheads are so much smaller. It's like they're not getting out as much as they need. Like my body is kind of not having to fight all this or exude. It's not having to release all this bad stuff in my body. It's releasing a bit less. It's like, oh, don't need to release as much. A little bit's coming out, because here, I'll show you my skin now, my chin area where it's affected at the moment. Really sore, a bit itchy, but that breakout is like 50% less, and this time this is quite bad, but in the past, week or so, the breakouts have been literally like tiny, tiny whiteheads, like nothing compared to what they've been, and that is quite exciting to see. And I just don't feel the need to wash my face as much, which is, I don't know if it's bad or not, but it just feels good. So to do with physical health now, I'm not going to be doing workouts until I'm much better, because after doing that workout of the 5 weeks, I crashed. Like, I really didn't have any energy. Maybe if I refueled or I had a lot more food in me, I might have been able to survive that. But the funds I'm on at the moment, I can't afford to refuel, so I'm just gonna keep it simple, fuel myself as much as I need. What I am going to do is yoga. I'm going to do energizing yoga, uplifting yoga, ones that also relax me, relax all the tension in my body, and just go with how I'm feeling, go with how my mood is that day. If I need a bit of boosting, if I need to chill out, I'll do some yoga routines. And I'm gonna do them through this book that I read, Live Better Yoga by Fraser. And it has a lot of poses and revitalizing ones, good for energy, good for your spine, strengthening legs, strengthening the side of your body, your torso. Warrior poses where you feel more powerful and confident and balanced and stable, and these ones to lengthen your spine and things like that. And yeah, just good energy flow. They have mantras and hand positions that you can do, and that just let the energy flow through, and they kind of touch base on the chakras in your body and the energy flow of that. And yeah, I'm going to try and just get a bit more aligned and focused and just cleansing myself more. I will talk about mental health. I am looking into affirmations and, you know, law of attraction and everything and all of that, just to feel like I'm making a difference. Yeah, so I'm going to put up some nice affirmations on the walls. I'm going to make a promise to you here that every day this week, until I get to 7 weeks of being raw vegan, I will do the yoga routines and do the affirmations. We'll see how I feel about it on week 7. I also want to say that my relationship with animals since I have gone raw vegan has really changed, especially when I see animals that are being farmed or eaten for consumption of humans. It's so bizarre. Like I've been around cows recently, and little chickens as well, little chicks and chickens. And when I look at the cow, I can look at it in 2 ways. I look at it as an animal and how cute and fluffy it is, and like how it's grazing and it's just like adorable. And then I'm like, whoa, and it suddenly changes, and I look at it like it's something to be eaten and it's going to be killed, and it's on a plate, and it's like, first of all, with the baby chicks, I mean, they're kind of gross. Why would you want to eat that? Apparently they go into KFC foods and stuff. If you didn't know that, I don't know. And how terrified they are, even just to be held by me, and how protective the mother is of her chicks, and just imagining them being in a closed environment and being taken away from their mother, and you know, it's actually get me quite upset. Also with the cows, seeing the cow in the field, at one point I felt like one of the little cows was kind of looking over. It kind of kept looking over to the other side where the other cows were, and it was quite a young calf or cow, whatever they are, and it was mooing and stuff, and I was like, oh god, is it calling for its mother? It kind of I just got that vibe, like its mum was over there, and it's like, what are you doing over there? And you know, that was hard. I just built that picture in my head, but still, it must happen. And also looking at the head of the cow, and you know, it's shaping things and being like, that gets cut up, that gets cooked and eaten and milked, and it just really made my stomach feel so unsettled. Yeah, I didn't realise I was going to get this upset. I'm probably just tired as well and low energy, but yeah, really bizarre. And like hearing people saying that they have, oh yeah, I've got 600 cows in my farm, you know, and it's all good. I'm like, whoa. And like I feel like I want to ask them what do you do with the cows? But it's a stupid question, because what else would they have them there for, other than milking or eating, or you know, taking to be slaughtered, and or for this leather, for skin, and it's just fucked up. It really is so strange. And okay, I'll give you this example. The way I see an animal, I see as a human. So my relationship with a human, you know, the ones I don't know, they're just humans. The ones I know, or pets, I love them, like you love your pet sort of thing. I love that human. And suddenly when I think about eating a human, or I see that person as potential food on my plate, I look at that human in disgust. I'm like, no, I don't want to eat that. Why would I want to eat another human? It's gross. And that's kind of how I then see the animals, like, why would I want to eat that animal? That is disgusting. No thanks, like, and that's kind of really just really freaking me out at the moment, because I didn't think about it before all of this. I mean, I loved animals so much. I still do. I'd care for animals all the time, but then I'd be eating them. And I didn't see the connection. I didn't, like, put them... They were just two completely separate things. Like, it was nothing to eat that animal. It wasn't anything. And now it's like, especially being at a farm, I'm like, oh my god, this is really, it's so wrong. It doesn't settle with me at all. And before, maybe I would have been like, oh, poor animals, that's really sad. Like, oh, they're all gonna get killed. But now it's like, whoa, they're gonna get killed. This is really sad. And like, seeing the little lambs. Ugh. Like, it can keep me up at night if I don't shut it down. And I keep feeling like I want to, maybe I can do something about, like, I can make a difference. And there already is a big change in the world, and it's kind of changing already. There's so many more vegans that have come into... There's so many more vegans now, and I feel like we are gradually evolving to plant-based diets, and or just away from meat eating, perhaps. But then again, I don't know. And yeah. Anyway, that's kind of exhausting. I need to have some fresh air and some water. That is the end of that. That's where I'm at. There are going to be some links below. One with Tony Robbins and his action plan if you want to get into some plans of action. My cereal bowl recipe is going to be below. And the book that I'm using for the yoga is going to be below there too. So yeah, peace and love, take it easy. I hope this will inspire you to maybe incorporate a vegan meal or a raw vegan meal into your diet. Maybe once a week or once a day. Just see how it feels, yeah, do some exploring, find out what's yummy out there and good for you too. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna go now.